ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shada Nasser. I am a lawyer and human rights activist from Yemen. I am here today to discuss about early marriage in Yemen. Our main points is about Nujud Ali, Reem, Anis, Arwa, and Sally. Reasons of early marriage. What are the negative effects of early marriage? Changes that can be made, fighting for new law and the parliament. Nujud Ali. Nujud Ali was divorced at the age of 10 to 30-year-old Faiz Ali Tamer. Her father forced her to marry Faiz to avoid Nujud being kidnapped and have Faiz to give her a severed life. Nujud had no clue about the meaning of the early of marriage. Her impression of it was that there would be a white wedding and that will be all. Her first wedding night was a nightmare. She was raped and physically abused by her husband. Nujud experienced something terrible at a young age. Nujud was very desperate to escape from her new life. She started to hate late nights as it was the time where she had to sleep with her husband. Nujud had no one to turn to for advice, as her family were very supportive with her marriage, until her father's second wife steps into the picture. Nujud took the advice she was given and took a taxi to the West Primary Court. She was noticed by a judge, Muhammad al-Qadi, and had both her father and husband taken into custody. As soon as I found out about child bride Nujud, I decided to defend her and allowed Nujud her freedom back. 15th of April 2008 was the date that changed Nujud's life completely. She was finally divorced. People from all around the city were aware of her case. The court was full crowded of media, human rights activists, citizens, and more. All their attention was drawn to that 10-year-old divorced Nujud. LilYemen is a French journalist who wrote the book, I Am Nujud, Age 10 and Divorce. The book was first published in France, then translated to 20 different languages all over the world. Since Nujud hasn't reached the age of 18, yet the benefits of the bank are directly sent to her father. The publishers of the book managed to open a bank account for Nujud in France, so most of the money will be saved there until she is old enough. They have a house from the book. Nujud and her sister Haifa are registered in a private school which is paid directly from that bank account, although their attendance is very, very low. Not much has changed since Nujud's divorce, other than the fact that her father has 2 new wives, in a total of 4 wives. Her father receives $1,000 monthly and gives Nujud between $20 as a pocket money. Nujud and her family have been forced out of the house by her father. He rents the first floor house to another family and moved in his new wife to the second floor. He told Nujud to live in her brother's house instead. Nujud doesn't attend school as much anymore. Instead, she spends her life at home with her siblings or out playing with friends. Haifa, Nujud's younger sister, has just recently been engaged to an older man as well. Reem al-Numairi married at the age of 12 to her 30-year-old cousin. Arwa married when she was 9 years old to a 35-year-old man. Reem comes from a broken family with many issues. Her parents are divorced, and her mother sued Reem's father for not paying alimony. Her father took revenge on Reem's mother by forcing Reem to marry her cousin. This created more problems in families. Arwa comes from a very poor family. Her father married her off to a 30-year-old man because he doesn't have enough money to buy food and other home supplies for his family. Sally was married at the age of 12 to husband Nabil, her 25-year-old first cousin whom her parents had chosen. Ever since she got married to Nabil, she became afraid of the night, since he would come to sleep with her. Sally ran away from her husband after being raped and came back to her family. Sally was married also. Finally, her parents felt guilty when her mental condition became worse and also gained weight. That was when they decided to help her arrange a divorce. Young girls get married for various of reasons. According to the National Yemeni Committee, early marriage usually occurs between poor and broken families. Other reasons is that the illiteracy in Yemen is very high. It's around 40%. This illiteracy allows early marriage to increase. Majority of child bride become pregnant and are mostly unaware of what's happened to their bodies. There is a high percentage of death during giving birth, can lead to bleeding to death. Also, most child brides drop out of school and or don't put much effort in their education. Young brides can personally ask for a divorce from the court. Relative of the bride can inform the media to spread the word and bring early marriage to the end. Demonstration in front of Yemeni parliament from the people that don't accept early marriage and demand to change the law. Pressure from Yemeni and international organizations to change the law in order to protect the girls. In February 2009, Parliament passed a law setting the minimum marriage at 17, although some lawmakers are trying to kill the measure, calling it an Islamic. In addition, punishment to be made to the fathers, however, is responsible of making the marriage possible, and the husband. We are still waiting for the new amendment from the Yemeni parliament involving the family law, especially Article 15. Islah Party and the extremist people refuse to change the law and increase the appropriate age of marriage. According to the Legal Affairs Minister, Mohammed Al-Mikhlafi submitted a law proposal to Prime Minister Mohammed Basunduga on April 27, 2014, concerning child rights, law establishing 18 as Yemen's minimum marriage age. Thank you for your attention.